So everyone always hates on America. You know, everyone's always like, people back home are like, Simon, why don't you just come back home? It's so dangerous in America and there's no health care. And it's like, yeah, sure, we may have all those things. But I'll tell you what else we have. We have Ford F-150 trucks the size of a small bungalow. And we have pharmaceutical ads where I don't know what product they're promoting, but I love seeing a bitch smile. And we have a political system where every vote counts as long as you live in one of like 7 counties in Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, or Pennsylvania. And we have mass shootings in the 2nd largest city in Arizona. And when I make jokes about it, people say it's too soon. And I say it's actually pronounced Tucson. And we have the tri-state area, and I don't know what 3 states that's referring to, but they talked about it a lot on Phineas and Ferb when I was young. Don't clap yet, motherfuckers. And we have currency, which is all the same color, which means I have to look at the face of the founding father before I tell the homeless guy, sorry man, I got nothing on me. And we have the driving app Waze, where when Google Maps is like, this drive is gonna take you 5 hours and 15 minutes, Waze is like, you can make it in 3.5 if you're not a pussy. And we have Right on Red, where an entire country besides New York turns into oncoming traffic. Because what's more American than seeing a stoplight and being like, that's not stopping me? And we have billboards. We have so many billboards. We have billboards for injury lawyers, and we have billboards for car insurance, and we have billboards saying you're gonna die, and we have billboards saying babies need to live, and we have billboards saying you need Jesus, and we have billboards for billboards where you can advertise your billboard on this billboard for the price of 1 billboard. And we have the Billboard Hot 100, where every #1 single is a country artist no one in New York has ever heard of. And we have Luke Combs, and we have Luke Bryan, and we have Luke Wilson, and we have Luke Skywalker, and we have the guy from Captain Phillips who's not American, but he says, look at me, I am the captain now. And we have Tom Hanks, who before he got COVID, there were like 10,000 people in the state of Washington with COVID, and we were like, who cares? And then Tom Hanks said he had it, and we were like, we need to shut the country down. And we have The Yard, which is the greatest, and by the way, this is the whole set from now on. And we have The Yard, which is the greatest American measurement of all time, because all these Europeans and Canadians are like, a yard is 91.4 centimeters, and every American is like, nah, a yard is from here to here, that's a yard, okay? And all the Europeans are like, what do you call the area of grass outside your house? We're like, that's also a yard, get lost, buddy. And then the Europeans are like, well, surely we count time the same. You just use a stopwatch to measure seconds, right? And we're like, nah, we just say Mississippi. That's it. And we have potato salad, where we add mayonnaise to potatoes and call it a salad. Because we're like, it's whiter, so it must be healthier. And when people in Scotland say, we're gonna deep fry your Mars bar, people in the South say, nah, we're gonna chicken fry your chicken. And we name our worst towns after great cities from all around the world, which is the best insult this country has. Because what's funnier than someone from Georgia meeting someone from Greece and being like, you're from Athens? No way, me too. And we have dogs. We have so many dogs. We have big dogs and little dogs and cute dogs and ugly dogs. But we also have Snoop Dogg, and we have Dr. Dog, and we have the Costco $1.50 hot dog. And you can call me a Haitian in Springfield, Ohio, because I'm eating that dog. And we have Toronto, which Canada doesn't know about yet, but we're coming for that city, okay? Or as I call it, America's Taiwan. And we have Fahrenheit, which is the best way to measure temperature, because all these people who are so into Celsius, or as I call them, incels, they'll be like, oh no, Celsius is so much better. This is how stupid Celsius is as a system. 69 degrees Fahrenheit to 71 degrees Fahrenheit are all 21 degrees Celsius. And all these incels are like, it's not that big a difference. Anyone who has ever lived with someone who likes it a little bit colder at night will tell you there is a big fucking difference between 69 degrees Fahrenheit and 71 degrees Fahrenheit. You change that thermostat 1 degree from 69 to 7, they will break into your room at 3 a.m. They're like, did you change the fucking thermostat? And that's a yard. And we have social security numbers, which are neither social nor secure nor your number. And we have wiffle ball, and we have Waffle House, and we have crystal meth, and like I said, we have Waffle House. And we have tailgates, and we have keg stands, and we have Joey Chestnut, and we have cookouts, and we have Cookout, and we have Culver's, and we have Simone Biles, whose twists in the golden sunset shine like the Mississippi Delta, and we have Steve Harvey, whose mustache bristles in the Family Feud studio lighting like the Mississippi Delta, and we have John Deere tractors and IndyCar and NASCAR and Peter Griffin impressions and just so many gay people, which is fine, and we have. And we have beer pong, and we have flip cup, and we have Hanif Abdurraqib, and we have Woody Guthrie, and we have Solange, and we have Alex Honnold, and we have guys named AJ and CJ and EJ and RJ and TJ, and their live stream is to make enough so they can fly on a PJ and drink some champagne mixed with some OJ, get the DJ to play some MJ, and if they're lucky they might get a BJ and an HJ, and let a girl stick it in her VJ. And we have Toyotathon, which is the greatest event known to man, and wet t-shirt contest, and I don't know how you can spend an afternoon in a parking lot surrounded by wavy inflatable tubes and waving American flags and say this ain't the goddamn greatest country you've ever lived in. So when all these people say, Simon, why don't you just go home? Why don't you just go home? I say the only home I know is the Home Depot. So yeah, sure, America may have its flaws, but at the end of the day, this is a country that knocks you down, but then it gives you a hand to get back up, but then it doesn't pull. So it looks like they're helping. But you're like, hey man, can you pull? And they're like, nah, as long as it looks like I'm helping. So you stay down, they stay up, and then they hand you an iPad and ask for a 20% tip. Thank you. Thank you.